For some insight on the historic impact of what happened in Washington, we're joined now by NBC News presidential historian Michael Beschloss. Michael, thanks for being with us.
Of course, Tracy.
So we have all sat back and watched what happened unfold yesterday, but you see it with much different eyes in the context of the history of our country. How are you seeing this event?
Well, you know, as a historian, I always ask the question, if there's a political event like yesterday, or a human event, which it really was, is this like something else in history? Yesterday was like nothing we had ever seen in America. We have had terrorist events. The British burned the Capitol and the White House during the War of 1812. And of course, most of us remember 9/11. But this was a terrorist attack yesterday that was incited by a president of the United States. President Trump, at that rally at midday, said to that crowd, literally, march up Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol and stop the counting of the ballots in what he called a stolen election, which of course is not stolen. He authorized this, and then after they had sacked the Capitol, which never should have been allowed to happen by law enforcement, the president then does a video from the White House Rose Garden saying, "We love you, we think you're very special." Any other president of the United States would have tried to restore order immediately, and I guarantee you they wouldn't have been telling a violent, rampaging mob that they were very special.
So 100 years from now, when people read this in the history books, what will it say about President Trump's role?
I think what they will say is not good. They will say that President Trump instigated this, hoped that this would happen in some way yesterday, hoped to stop the counting of the ballots, including the crucial ballots of Pennsylvania, in order to somehow prevent being thrown out of the White House for a second term. And a future historian might also say that as a result of being thrown out of the White House after one term, the president was in such bad financial and legal trouble that you can see why he was trying so hard to hold on to his legal and, to some extent, financial immunity.
After the rioters were cleared out, members of Congress returned, and in the early hours, they finished their work. They were resolute in doing that. Today, President Trump committed to an orderly transition of power. Has American democracy prevailed? Can we hang our hats on that?
It has, but it's only going to prevail when he leaves, because he's promised a peaceful transition of power before. Then he shut down the transition to President Biden in places like the Department of Defense. You cannot rely on his word. And there are 13 more days in which he is in control of nuclear weapons, and possible martial law could take the country to war. It's going to be a very dangerous time. All of us have to be vigilant.
Michael Beschloss, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Be well, Tracy.
You too.